and it's a mess. So this is quite an exciting backdrop. Ooh, as it suits the subject I'm here to talk about. So I was here set up in the office after just having a meeting, so I thought I'd do a quick YouTube live, although I'm not sure it's going to be quite quick. So I am... Oh, YouTube, thank you. Yes, I'm back now. So my next cruise is to Antarctica. It's also to South America. It's not an expedition cruise. It's a cruise that goes into scenic cruising in Antarctica, which, given my current status of my husband, so my husband fell and fractured his hand a few weeks ago now, a good few weeks ago. He had to have an operation on it, first ever operation. All went well. He's so embarrassed, bless him, by all the fuss of one sort of finger and hand, but it's a very important finger and hand. You need to use them. And yes, so he will have had his metalwork taken out next week, hopefully. And basically, I am then so glad we're not actually doing a proper expedition trip, because if he slipped and broke his hand again on Antarctica, like, you know, there's no hospital or fracture clinic there. So even though I would much prefer to be walking on Antarctica, I am glad that we booked this trip just looking at Antarctica from the safety of his balcony, from the ship. So yes, so this is like an affordable mini expedition trip, which I think a lot of people think Antarctica, looking at the trips that go to Antarctica, they're out of the price range. They're in the, like, I don't know, like 10,000 plus to go. Whereas this trip is not cheap, don't get me wrong. It's still an expensive trip, but it's a more affordable way to go to Antarctica. I will at some point find the price we paid, but I don't think it was far off 10 grand, to be fair, for the two of us. Which is very expensive, but we're also going to Antarctica. Yeah, so it's our wedding anniversary. Every time my full-time job, I see young people die all the time with no warning, no nothing, sudden deaths, traumas, sudden bleeds in the brain, sudden cardiac arrests with no cause. So ultimately, live life. And my husband's already had one sort of brush with death, not his broken hand. He had a brain hemorrhage years ago and was really, really unwell with it, and has learnt to walk and talk and everything again. And he is my inspiration. He's amazing. So we are living life. Anyway, let me tell you about Antarctica. So excited. So we're going with Celebrity Cruises on their ship, Celebrity Equinox. She's a Solstice class ship. I have some notes down here, so my memory's not good. I'm getting old. She entered service in 2009. This is all from Wikipedia, so, you know, I'm hoping it's true. She's 121,878 gross tonnage. So, yeah, a big mid-size ship. a big ship. 2,850 passengers. And was last refitted in 2019. So we are flying to Argentina on the 1st of January. So I have no allegiance to British Airways anymore because they messed up their loyalty club. So we were like, we'll just go with the cheapest. So we're going with the cheapest that are premium economy, because Mr. No Cruise controls like over 6 foot, so any extra legroom is always a bonus for him. And, you know, to be a bit more comfortable, always a bonus. So we're going premium economy with Air France. I was going to say I haven't cruised with them, haven't flown with them for years. I think I flew to Hong Kong with them when I was a kid. And I remember it's just after the Richard Reed shoelace bomber man. Or just before. Yes, so I was an unaccompanied minor flying back then. So, yeah, we'll see what Air France are like. Have only heard good things, to be fair. So BA don't fly directly to Buenos Aires, but you can do a flight where you stop in Rio, and I think you stay on the plane if you're going then on to Argentina. So we thought, oh, if we're going to stop anyway, we might as well. So basically, the flights of Air France were around about the same price as direct BA in economy, was the same as Air France in premium economy, but we stop in Paris instead of Rio. So we fly the 1st of January in the evening, and then we then fly from Paris to Buenos Aires on the 2nd. We stay a night in Argentina, and then we get on our ship. So we sail from Buenos Aires in Argentina. Then we have 3 days at sea, which I'm looking forward to explore the ship, and just chill and read and relax. Then we arrive in Ushuaia, the end of the world. So we have a trip booked here. It's a destination highlight journey. This is a trip I was booking. We booked this cruise, I'd say 18 months ago, maybe. I had been looking at this trip forever, and there had been only one spot on it. And then eventually, about 6 months ago, there were 2 spots. So I was like, I must book it. It's a little bit tempted to book it and just leave Mr. No Cruise Control on the ship, but that would be rude. So it's a destination highlight journey to the Sea Lion Island and penguins. And it's on a catamaran. Not sure how that's going to work down in Ushuaia, where the temperature's about 6, I think, right now. I looked the other day. So insulated jacket will be on. And penguins. I just want to see penguins. I love penguins. So that will be good. And then we'll have a little wander around Ushuaia after, I think, as well. I've only ever seen it on Race Across the World as I think it was the finishing point of the first series. So looking forward to that. Then we have our scenic sailing in Antarctica. So we will go past the Drake Passage. So interesting to see if we have the Drake Shake or the Drake Lake. Mr. No Cruise Control a few months ago saw a video of the Drake Shake and was like, is this where we're going? And I was like, maybe. So we'll see. I have some antiemetics in case he feels sick. I don't think he will. He's very good. It's mind over matter anyway. I don't feel sick, so I won't be sick. It's fine. So we go to Cape Horn, which is the very, very bottom of the world. Then we go to the Charlotte Channel, Elephant Island, which looks like an elephant. There's no elephants there, just penguins, and seals maybe. But yeah, it has like the head and the trunk. It looks like an elephant. And that is our scenic cruising really there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 days at sea there. And some of it will be scenic sailing. Now, a few years ago, we went on a cruise around the Panama Canal with Celebrity, and the lecturers on board were incredible, teaching us all about Panama, the local fauna and flora, the history of the canal, how it was built, its future, all sorts. So I'm hoping the same sort of lectures will lecture about Antarctica, its wildlife, its history. I have a book that I did start reading, but I've stopped now. I'm going to read when we're actually there. Well, on the way there as well. And those days at sea, probably I'll finish it. Yeah, I want to learn all about Antarctica, so I'm hoping there'll be lectures about it. Especially those days at sea on the way down to the bottom of America. We'll see. Then we're at sea, and then we go to Port Stanley in the Falkland Isles. So I'm really looking forward to that. A friend of mine, I think, had a boyfriend that was based there years ago. So we go to we're doing an excursion there. So we go to Bluff Cove Lagoon, and basically that is a tour all about the penguins. It's like a nature reserve, I think, owned by a family and a farm, and yeah, they have lots of penguins. So just all about the penguins, and hoping we'll get a wander around Port Stanley then as well. Then we're at sea again, and then one of the very exciting parts of the trip for me. I mean, Antarctica is exciting enough, and all of it is, the penguins are just exciting. But this, for my inner Welshie, is very exciting. We go to Puerto Madryn in Argentina, which is in the Patagonia. And basically there is, well, we do a trip here again. So we go and watch toninas watching. So they're the world's smallest, prettiest dolphins. So we're on a rib boat in the sea looking for them. And then after, we go for Welsh afternoon tea. Oh, I'm so excited. There is like a Welsh colony in Patagonia, and the people who moved there are from near where I'm from in North Wales. And yeah, there's still people out there that speak Welsh. We're having a Welsh afternoon tea. I've been talking to these people on and off on Instagram. I have some gifts for them. I need to get a couple more. I'm so excited. I've got a Welsh, I don't know what the temperature's going to be like. I need to look actually, because that's kind of halfway back up. Because we're going to go from 30 degrees down to like 0 on this cruise and back up again. So I have like a Welsh buff that I was going to wear my hair if it was cold, or so. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm so looking forward to them, and the Welsh tea, and there's a Welsh male voice choir, and yeah, I'm so excited, so excited. I'm so excited about everything. Antarctica, the penguins, I'm meeting my fellow Welshies. We're then at sea again, and then we go to Montevideo in Uruguay. So it never really crossed my mind to go to Uruguay. I don't know why. So yeah, we're going to Uruguay. I've had a look at a trip here. I haven't booked. This is the only port I've not booked a trip for. Because, well, I was just, yeah, nothing really took my fancy, to be fair. But I think we'll wander around. But then I also have seen, it's a bird watching trip, which I'm not a bird watcher, I'm not a twitcher, but I'm a wildlife lover. And I always think, well, cities are, oh, you can see the penguins on my shoulder. Cities are cities, and I'd like to see their main sort of attractions of their city. I need to do some investigation really to see what they are. But I also think when you go to trips like wildlife watching trips, they take you to beautiful places. So yeah, I'm in two minds whether to book the bird watching trip. I think it would be spectacular. And there's herons and all sorts of birds, loads of them. We did a really nice bird watching trip in Croatia once with Silversea, and it was incredible. And we didn't think much of it, and that was a free excursion, so we just picked that one, but it was incredible. So we'll see. Watch this space for Uruguay. And then we're back in Buenos Aires, and I'm doing a best of Buenos Aires tour. So it's a tour of the city, and then we end with a typical Argentine barbecue. And then after that, they take us to the airport, and then sadly it's time to go home. But I don't want to think about going home yet. So yeah, that's my next cruise. Super excited. We'll be taking you along with me, doing this exciting little project for a company on this cruise as well. So content will be produced for both me and them. Yeah, super excited to show how semi-expedition cruises don't need to break the bank. I mean, they will put an incredible sort of hole in your bank, but not as big a hole as a true sort of expedition cruise. So, I mean, in essence, it's doing Antarctica on the cheap, but it's not the cheap. It's cheaper, maybe. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're intrigued about what a mainstream cruise to Antigua, not Antigua, no, to Antarctica, then stick along. I will hopefully show you. And any questions you have, do feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.